Hello everyone, we are back with more of Learning Russian with Learn Russian. We're up to lesson 48, and this lesson is talking about equality. Well, sorry to disappoint those of you with political ideals, but this is not equality in the political sense, but simply linguistic equality. For example, this sentence here says, Martin инженер, его сын тоже инженер, which means Martin is an engineer, his son is also an engineer. And so the focus is on words like this тоже here. So the words that we'll be focusing on in this lesson are тоже, также, and также как и. This is an interesting lesson because this is one of those situations where тоже and takje basically kind of mean the same thing, but they don't. There's a shade of difference between them, and this lesson is basically here to teach you about, the shade of difference between them. And then also takje как и is also it's a phrase which sometimes gets used. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a dialogue here between the director and a few сотрудниks, which means employees. So let's go ahead and see what the director and the employees have to say.
Уважаемые сотрудники, так же, как и в прошлом году, мы планируем провести аттестацию. По ее результатам проиндексируем вашу зарплату.
Извините, а новые сотрудники тоже будут проходить эту аттестацию?
Да, так же, как и все, независимо от времени работы в нашей фирме.
А в какой форме она будет проходить?
Вы будете писать тест. Также мы дадим вам задания, которые вы должны будете выполнить за 2 часа.
И все это за один день?
Сейчас я думаю над этим. Наверное, да.
Извините, а вы будете проходить аттестацию?
Конечно, нет. Хотя я так же, как и вы, являюсь сотрудником этой компании, но я еще и главный ее акционер. Кроме меня аттестацию также не будет проходить главный бухгалтер.
Это потому, что она ваша жена?
И поэтому тоже. Вопросы еще есть?
Да. Скажите, а что будет, если я не пройду аттестацию?
Это зависит от результатов, но, наверное, я вас уволю.
Спасибо за ответ.
Okay, pressure in the workplace. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it from the top. The director says
Уважаемые сотрудники,
something like dear employees or honored employees.
так же, как и в прошлом году, мы планируем провести аттестацию.
Okay, so the word there in the blank is так же как и. So так же как и means something like or just as with. So he's saying here just as in прошлом году, in the previous year. So just like last year, мы планируем провести аттестацию. So we plan to do a certification.
По ее результатам проиндексируем вашу зарплату.
Okay, so based on her results, because attestatia is feminine, so from her results, or based on her results, we will calculate your salary, зарплата.
Извините, а новые сотрудники тоже будут проходить эту аттестацию?
Да.
So, employee 1 says, excuse me, but new employees, and then the word here he used was тоже, which means also. So, excuse me, but new employees also will do this certification?
Да, так же, как и все, независимо от времени работы в нашей фирме.
So, again, he used this phrase, так же как и. So, the director says, yes, like everyone. Again, так же как и basically means just like. So, yes, like everyone. Независимо, so disregarding or regardless of от времени работы в нашей фирме. So regardless of the time worked in our company.
А в какой форме она будет проходить?
And in which form will it take place?
Вы будете писать тест.
You will write a test. And here he says вы, meaning all of them collectively as a group. So all of you will write a test.
Также мы дадим вам задания, которые вы должны будете выполнить за 2 часа.
Okay. And the word he used here was также. Now, также and тоже both mean also. You might be getting an idea of the difference between them already if you don't already know, but I'll explain it a little bit later. Basically, so he says также мы, so also we will give you a task. Zadание is like a task, which you must complete in 2 hours. So you'll have to complete the task in 2 hours.
И все это за один день?
And the whole thing happens in 1 day, or the whole thing will be done in 1 day?
Сейчас я думаю над этим. Наверное, да.
So now I am thinking about it. Probably yes.
Извините, а вы будете проходить аттестацию?
Excuse me. Will you also do the certification?
Конечно, нет.
Of course not.
Хотя я так же, как и вы, являюсь сотрудником этой компании, но я еще и главный ее акционер.
Okay, so once again he uses the phrase так же, как и вы. So, хотя я, so although I, так же, как и вы, like you, like all of you, являюсь сотрудником этой компании, so let's see, what I'm just trying to figure out what the word являюсь means, because that doesn't seem to have a meaning that, okay. Okay, it seems to be just like am, like I am. Interesting. Okay, usually Russian doesn't use a word like I am or you are, but okay. So he's basically saying, although I, like all of you, am an employee of this company, but I am still its главный ее акционер. Акционер is not an auctioneer, but a shareholder. I am its main shareholder. So I guess, okay, so for that reason, he can't leave the company because he's the main shareholder.
Кроме меня аттестацию также не будет проходить главный бухгалтер.
So the word he used here was также. So, кроме меня, besides me, аттестацию также не будет. Certification also will not be проходить главный бухгалтер. So, главный бухгалтер is the main bookkeeper, main accountant or bookkeeper. So yeah. So besides me, also the main bookkeeper will not do the certification.
Это потому что она ваша жена?
Is that because she is your wife?
И поэтому тоже. Вопросы еще есть?
И поэтому тоже. Which means like, and for that reason as well, probably also for other reasons. Вопросы еще есть. Are there still questions?
Да. Скажите, а что будет, если я не пройду аттестацию?
Yes. Tell, please, or tell, and what happens if I do not pass the certification?
Это зависит от результатов, но, наверное, я вас уволю.
Спасибо за ответ.
It depends on the results, but probably I will fire you. Thanks for the answer. Okay. Well, yeah. You can see the people's expressions. They are not terribly pleased about this event. This was not not something that they we're hoping for. Okay, now we have a short quiz of 4 questions. Сотрудники. Now they're asking if you know what a сотрудники is, even though we've seen this word in several dialogues before. It's kind of weird. It seems to me almost like they're doing things a little bit out of order. Like they've had so many situations and dialogues and questions where you have to use the word сотрудники, and now suddenly they're checking, hey, do you know what a сотрудники is, by the way? Maybe people have gotten this far and haven't figured it out. Сотрудники is a работники. Both of these, I mean, сотрудники is more generally like an employee, and работники is more like a worker. But obviously an employee is not the same as a director. So yeah, работники is an employee worker. В какой форме is, so in what form? In which form basically means, does it mean when? Does it mean for what purpose? Or does it mean how? Well, yeah, I mean, in what form will it take? That's basically like how will it be? Как. В нашей фирме means, does it mean in our company, in our university, or in our office? Well, obviously, firm is basically the same as a company, so it means в нашей компании, in our company. And finally, выполнить. I do not know this word. Let me see. I think didn't we just have it in the dialogue? We probably did. Yeah, to perform or carry out something. So, yeah, you can say сделать, to do something. There we go. Okay, just some synonyms just to make sure that you understood some of the words in this dialogue in case some of it was not clear. But I hope that it's clear. Okay, now we come to the difference between тоже and также. Now, the way that they describe this is, I think, a bit misleading because it's just about professions. It's not just about what job you have. They're very general words. Тоже is used when you're saying that something is like something else. Basically, тоже and также both mean also. In English, you translate them to English as also or as well, but they are used in different cases. Тоже is used when two things share the same property. So again, we see this, I think we had this sentence, or, this is a picture, so I can't highlight the text in it, but, okay, but, Папа инженер, а тоже стану инженером. So, Dad is an engineer, and I also am becoming an engineer. So it's comparing the two and saying they're similar. We're similar in the sense that he's an engineer and I am also an engineer. That's when you use тоже. Он журналист, а также кинолог-любитель. I don't know. What is a кинолог-любитель? Intuitively, it sounds to me like a cinemaphile, like somebody who likes movies, because kino is cinema and любитель sounds like somebody who loves movies. But let me see. Let me look this up. Кинолог любитель. Oh. No, it's not at all. Kinolog has nothing to do with kino in the sense of cinema. Kinolog is a dog handler, I guess from canine. So okay, so it's not. I thought it was kino like cinema, but no, it's kino like canine. And любитель is like an amateur, so not a professional. So he's an amateur dog handler. So it's saying so. Также is used when you're making a list of something and you say, and this goes on the list as well. So he could be a journalist, he might be a football player, and also he is a dog handler. И также кинолог-любитель. So that's basically the difference between тоже and также. Тоже is when you're saying, I'm going out for lunch, and he's going out for lunch too. We have that in common. Two things. They're alike. They're similar in that way. It's saying they have a similarity or something in common. Также is when you're making a list and you're saying, there's this and there's that, and также, this other thing as well. You're adding this other thing to the list. That's the difference. Like I said, in English, they would both kind of translate as also, but that's the difference. Тоже is a comparison or a likeness between two things. Также is something else that you're adding to the list of what was already there before. We can go and look at the full explanations here, but I don't know if some of these sentences are a little bit, I don't know if they make it very clear, to be honest. I don't know if they really make it very clear what these mean. I have to say, I don't know how strictly Russians adhere to this difference in meaning in real life, because I remember when I was actually taking a Russian class, and this point actually came up. I actually had known this already. I knew about this, and I was trying to use тоже and также correctly. And I actually asked in class, okay, but wait, that's not a тоже, that's a также situation, right? And my Russian teacher actually said they're the same thing. Тоже and также are synonyms. So, and this was somebody who was a professional Russian teacher. Like that was actually, that was all they did. That was their whole profession. So I don't know if that's just something that Russians don't really care about much in practice, if it's not something they pay much attention to, or if this is a bit misleading. But I mean, the information here seems pretty clear. There is a distinct difference between тоже and также, and I hope that the difference is clear to you now. But again, in real life, it seems like Russians don't really pick over the difference too much. It seems like a lot of them don't even notice it. When it's your native language, you probably sort of mix these things up and don't really notice very much about the actual prescriptive language usage, and people just kind of use тоже and также interchangeably, even though technically there's a difference between them. Anyway, let's go ahead and listen to this next dialogue.
Мальчик, а как тебя зовут?
Так же, как и папу.
А как зовут папу?
Так же, как и меня. Никита.
То есть ты Никита Никитович.
Нет, я Никита Сергеевич.
Но ты сказал, что тебя зовут так же, как и твоего папу.
Да, а мама называет меня мой мальчик. И папу она тоже называет мой мальчик. Мы ее мальчики.
А, сейчас понимаю.
Okay. So the woman asks,
Мальчик, а как тебя зовут?
Boy, what is your name?
Так же, как и папу.
Так же, как и папу. Like father, I guess, meaning that I have the same name as my father.
А как зовут папу?
And what's dad's name?
Так же, как и меня.
Так же, как и меня. Just like mine. It's a very roundabout way of answering things. She says, what's your name? My name's the same as my dad's. Okay, what's your dad's name? Same as mine. But then finally he reveals it. He reveals the big secret.
Никита.
Nikita, which is a Russian man's name. Those of you who've seen La Femme Nikita probably think of Nikita as a woman's name, but in Russia, Nikita is a man's name, or a masculine name, because you can a male name, a man's or a boy's name.
То есть ты Никита Никитович.
So then you are Nikita Nikitovich?
Нет, я Никита Сергеевич.
No, I am Nikita Sergeyevich. So, okay, let's finish the dialogue first, and then I'll try to explain why she's asking.
Но ты сказал, что тебя зовут так же, как и твоего папу.
But you said that your name is like your father's.
Да, а мама называет меня мой мальчик.
Yeah, and mom calls me my boy.
И папу она тоже называет мой мальчик.
And dad, she also calls my boy.
Мы ее mальчики.
We are her boys.
А, сейчас понимаю.
So, if you know much about Russia and Russian culture and families and things like that, you've probably heard about this at some point in time. But for those of you who don't know or might have forgotten, generally speaking, all Russian people have a first name, a middle name, and a last name. The last name is the family name, just as in in most sort of let's say European cultures, it's typical that the last name just remains the family name. But I think in most places, like in most English-speaking places, the first name and the middle names can be freely chosen by the parents. You can choose whatever first name and middle name you want for your children. In Russia, and I think this is true for many other Slavic countries, the middle name is not arbitrarily chosen. It's actually the father's name. So the reason why the woman was asking here, so you're Nikita Nikitovich, is because she understood that the boy's name and the father's name are both Nikita. And if your father's name is Nikita, then your middle name is Nikitovich. And that's, again, it's not something that your parents choose. It's just, it comes from your father. Regardless of whether you're a male or a female, whether you're the son or the daughter, you get this middle name from your father. And so if your father's name is Nikitovich, then, if your father's name is Nikita, then your middle name is Nikitovich. And so the woman understood, okay, wait, your father's name is Nikita, your name is Nikita, so then you're Nikita Nikitovich. And then he says, no, I'm Nikita Sergeyevich, which means that the father's name is actually Sergey. And then the woman says, wait, but you said that your name's the same as your father's. And then the kid says, well, yeah, because mom calls us both my boy. And so he thinks that his name is the same as his father's because to mom they're both my boy. But actually the boy's name is Nikita and the father's name is Sergey, and therefore the boy is Nikita Sergeyevich. That is how middle names work in Russia. Okay, anyway, so now let's go ahead and fill in these 10 sentences using words like тоже, также, or так же, как и. So, the first one says, something раньше он писал ей любовные письма, но она не отвечала. So, раньше means previously. Actually, I'm going to cheat a little bit because you can see again by the length of these text boxes how long the response is. And так же, как и is way longer than the others, so you can see the places, you can see it's here and here and here and here that they want you to use так же, как и. I'll capitalize the T at the beginning if I can find the T. Wait, where's the, oh, wrong keyboard layout. There we go. That makes it a little easier, obviously. So, так же, как и раньше, like previously, or just as before, он писал ей, he wrote to her, любовные письма, love letters, но она не отвечала. So, just like before, he wrote her love letters, but she didn't answer. Sad. Я не хочу проработать всю жизнь на одной работе, так же, как и мой отец. I think in the previous lesson we had this subject of working in one place for a long time. This person says, I do not want to work the entire life in one work like my father. Okay. Может быть, тебе something уволиться и посидеть дома, как я сейчас. So this is saying basically maybe you will do as I'm doing, and so it's тоже. We have a similarity. You are doing this thing like me, just as I'm doing it, and so you too are doing it, therefore it's тоже. So this says basically, maybe you also will quit and sit at home like I am doing now. Как я сейчас, like I now. Richard, a very, very Russian name. Well, I mean, okay, obviously this is how you would transliterate Richard into Russian, but it's obviously not a Russian name. Richard не только хороший друг, он something замечательный отец и прекрасный муж. Okay, so Richard not only good friend, so Richard's not only good friend, and here obviously you'd use также. You're not saying that Richard is a good friend and these other things like someone else. You're saying that in addition to being a good friend, he is also a замечательный отец, a great father, a wonderful father, и прекрасный муж, and a wonderful husband. So, again, that's the difference between тоже and также. Maybe you will also do like I'm doing. Тебе тоже. But if you're saying, well, he's a great friend and also these other things, then he's a great friend и также other things. Okay, вам надо переписать письма клиентам, something приготовить доклад к конференции. So, you need переписать, so to rewrite письма клиентам, to rewrite letters to clients. Aha. And also, okay, so again, we're adding some to the list. We're not just saying it's similar to something else. We're saying you need to do this and you need to do that. So again, it's также. А также приготовить доклад к конференции. And also, in addition, you need to приготовить, prepare, доклад, report, к конференции, for the conference. So you need to rewrite the letters to the clients and you need to prepare a report for the conference. Не только в Москве есть Кремль. Not only in Moscow is a Kremlin. В Туле, например, он... Okay, and here now we use тоже because we're saying it's similar. The city, Tula, I think is the city, Tula. In Tula, for example, there is also one. So Tula is like Moscow. You're comparing the two and saying in Tula, он тоже есть. There is also one. И, так же как и Московский Кремль, он был построен в 15 веке. And, like the Moscow Kremlin, it was built in the 15th century. Okay. Недавно мы были в Третьяковской галерее. Недавно, remember we learned in the previous lesson, this is not a long time ago, so recently мы были, we were in the Tretyakovsky Gallery, which I believe is that art gallery, or an art gallery in Moscow. Наши друзья, something были там. So, our friends were also there. Now, this could go either way, couldn't it? This is a bit of a... This really, in my opinion, could go either way because you're comparing your friends and saying that the friends are similar to us and that they were also there. Our friends were also there, like us. But you could also kind of see it as a list and saying, we were there, and in addition, our friends were there. So in my mind, this could be тоже or также. I'm going to go with тоже. I think the answer they're looking for here is тоже. Наши друзья тоже были там. So our friends were also there, like us. But it really seems to me that it could go both ways. But anyway. В ходе официального визита президент посетил не только школы и университеты региона, но something больницы и дома ветеранов. Wow, that's a bit of a tricky sentence, isn't it? It's a long sentence. Okay. В ходе официального, so during the so в ходе is like during or in the course of официального визита, official visit. So during the official visit, президент посетил, president visited, не только школы и университеты, not only schools and universities, региона, of the region, so not only schools and universities of the region, но, and here again, it should be pretty clear we use также. He visited the schools and universities, but in addition, on top of that, he visited больницы, hospitals, и дома ветеранов, and veterans' houses. Okay. Россия снова стала чемпионом мира по хоккею, так же, как и в прошлом году. So Russia again became champion champion of the world champion in hockey, like last year. Good for Russia. Russians are good in hockey. Вы идете сегодня в бассейн. You're going today to the to the swimming pool, and then я хочу, I also want to go. So I think it's тоже. Yeah, я тоже хочу. Like you, I also want to go. And indeed, that was the answer. That is the correct answer. And there we go. That was it. That was exercise number задание 4. That was task number 4. Okay. Задание 5. Task 5. I think this is the last one. All right, let's see. So again, we complete these sentences using either тоже, так же, or так же, как и. Михаил, хоккеист. Ilya, something hockeys. Okay, so Mikhail is a hockeyist, meaning a hockey player, and then obviously Ilya, тоже hockeist. So, like Mikhail, Ilya is also a hockey player. Mikhail hockeist. And now we're saying, but in addition to that, we're adding something to that. Mikhail hockeist, а также он любит петь в караоке и вышивать. So, Mikhail is a hockey player, and also he loves to sing in karaoke, and вышивать, I believe, is to embroider. Is that right? Let me just quickly check that. Indeed, that means to embroider. Yes, he's a hockey player and he likes to embroider. Well, sometimes it takes a tough man to make a tender chicken. Okay, Mikhail хоккеист, again for the third time. Его сын хочет быть хоккеистом. Something. Okay, so here it's pretty clear you use так же как и. Mikhail is a hockey player. His son wants to be a hockey player like his father. Okay. Ты не знаешь, где мы? Do you not know where we are? Я тоже не знаю. So, I also don't know. Ой, извини, я опоздала. I'm sorry, I'm late. Да, дорогая. Так же, как и всегда. Yes, darling, just like always. And finally, я хочу попросить вас приходить вовремя. I want to ask you to arrive on time. And also other things. So I want to ask you to arrive on time and then some other stuff. So I'm adding to the list, so I'm saying так же. And there we go. That was the end of the lesson. Pretty straightforward lesson, huh? I hope the lesson is fairly clear. I hope that by now it's fairly clear what the difference is between тоже, так же, and так же, как и. In any case, let's finish translating this last sentence. So I want to ask you to arrive on time, а также, and also, больше заниматься вашей работой, do more of your work, а не играть в компьютерные игры, and not play in computer games. So I want to ask you to arrive on time, do more of your work, and not play computer games. That is a long list of demands. I'm not sure that we can handle that. But yeah, that was lesson 48, I believe it was, wasn't it? Yes, lesson 48, all about тоже, так же, and так же, как и. Again, a fairly simple lesson. I really think that the lessons are getting simpler as time goes by. Man, remember when we were around lesson 20? Those lessons were just such a grind. They were really sometimes very challenging, and even after the lesson was over, often I had the feeling, even at the end of the lesson, that I didn't really understand what the point of the lesson was. And these lessons, I mean, they're not simple necessarily, but I think that they're pretty straightforward in the sense that it's clear what they expect you to know, and they reinforce their points pretty well. So anyway, yeah, that was lesson 48. Next time around, we'll see you hopefully for lesson 49. Talk to you later, folks. Bye-bye for now.